Hello, welcome back to the Reading Mama. My name is Heather, and I am a mama of soon to be 8. Countdown is very soon. I'm due in March. But today I want to share my February TBR, and yeah, let's just jump in. So I have first up Anne of Avonlea, which is part of Chantel at Chantel Reads All Day's Year of Mod. So I'm hoping to get that. I'm getting a pretty copy in the mail soon, so I will hopefully read that. I am hoping to finish Dune. I'm about halfway through. Loving this. Anne of Avonlea, I think everybody knows, but it's just the further tales of Anne from Anne of Green Gables. Dune, also, I think everybody knows. There's so much. Basically, young guy loses home, tries to find a new place, and is stuck in the middle of war. I don't know. That's going to be my quick synopsis for Dune. And I'm hoping to read The Nature Fix. This is one of my nonfiction. I have been very much struggling to read nonfiction lately, even though I love nonfiction. Hopefully I will pick this up. This was supposed to be my January. Let's see here. From forest trails in Korea to islands in Finland to eucalyptus groves in California, Florence Williams investigates the science behind nature's positive effects on the brain. So I'm excited to read that. Like I said, I love all things nature. I love sciencey things, so hopefully I will actually get around to reading that. I am in the middle of Habits for a Sacred Home. Beautiful, wonderful. Jennifer Pepito is an amazing author. But there's such important concepts that are being talked about in this that each chapter I feel like I need to take a breather. So I highly recommend this, but I'm halfway through that. Oh, I didn't grab it. For a Family's Sake by Susan Schaefer Macaulay. Hoping to read that. Again, that was on my list for January, and I just forgot about it. Part of it is I reorganized my bookshelf, and then I couldn't find any of my books. So I'm hoping to read For the Family's Sake, which is, again, more nonfiction family principles in a Christian home. I'm hoping to finish reading A Chance to Die by Elisabeth Elliott, which is a biography of Amy Carmichael, who was a missionary in India, an Irish woman who went to India. And yeah, I'm excited to read that. Like I said, nonfiction has just not been my thing, so hopefully this month I pick it back up. Uncle Tom's Cabin. I finally got a copy from the library. I have been waiting for probably 30 weeks for an audiobook version, and it has not come. So I'm going to have to pick this up and read it. And that's, yeah, I just need to do it. Let's see here. I want to read The Book Thief, which I don't have. I'm going to do that audio, I think, if I can get it. Otherwise, I won't. It's going to be a pre-read for my daughter. I'm almost finished with Tress of the Emerald Sea. So I didn't share about any of those, but Uncle Tom's Cabin, I really don't know, other than it inspired a lot of people during the slavery movement to have an anti-slavery movement. And so, yeah, we're going to read that. The Book Thief is a reread for me, and I don't really remember other than death is a character in it, and it's during World War II. So I'm going to reread that as a pre-read for next year for school. I am reading Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. It's my first Sanderson book, and it is a delight. Unfortunately, I hear it's not quite the same as his other writing style, but it is so witty, very much in the vein of Lemony Snicket's and things like that, and I am absolutely loving it. Hilarious, great characters, great writing. A girl grows up in a lonely place. The man she loves is a wealthy man. He gets sent off to be wed. He thwarts all his father's plans to get wed, and actually gets imprisoned by a sorceress. And the whole time she's trying to go and rescue him, even though she knows nothing about world outside of her little island. The world, it's a total sci-fi thing, but has kind of parody vibes. So it's enjoyable. I love it. Highly recommend. Even though I'm not quite finished. I'm going to listen to Rise of the Wolf, which is book 2 in the Mark of the Thief series by Jennifer Nielsen. That's, again, a pre-read for my middle grade teen. And it's about a Roman boy who has been endowed with some magical powers and how he's going to do that to help save the people he loves. I'm hoping to read Endurance. This is another pre-read. You can see I still have the fifth sticker on it. This is a pre-read for school next year. My high schooler is going to read this. Had it on my TBR for a while. And I wrote down their names. Leah at Living Bright Homeschool and Leilani at Treasured Hour Bookshop are doing a buddy read this month. So I am going to try to do that with them. This first week, we're supposed to read part 1. So hopefully I can get to that, and that will hopefully spear my nonfiction. Because kind of like once you go down the fiction rabbit hole, you're there for a while. You go down the middle grade rabbit hole, you're there for a while. Hopefully nonfiction does the same thing. I'm hoping to finish Book Jumper, which was from last month. I'm going to hopefully finish. It starts with food. Again, this is one I hoped to finish last month. I'm going to read See How They Run by Allie Carter, another series that I started and I'm reading for my preteens and teens as a pre-read, because sometimes I have learned you start a series and you're like, that's a great book. And then they get to like the 3rd or 4th book and it introduces concepts that are not okay with us. And then didn't have it on my list, but I need to because I have it out from the library. Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys. I absolutely love Ruta Sepetys. Share about one of her other books in my January reads. And I think I might have shared about Salt to the Sea at some point, but I just love her writing. So hopefully I will get to that. This is a beefy book though. So I don't know. I've been reading a lot more library books, physical copy, which I haven't done in a long time, and that just feels good. So hopefully I will get to all of those readings this month. That brings my total to, I think, 14 for a short month when I'm super pregnant and very busy. But we're going to try anyway and see how that goes. So if you have any comments, want to know anything, oh, I do also have our family read alouds. We are reading Wild Robot at bedtime with my little ones. Short chapters, beautiful pictures, not like the movie. We just watched the movie this weekend. Kind of disappointing if you love the book, in my opinion, and my children's opinion as well. But we love the book. Great nature living book. Talks about what's going on in the world around them and all those things, and the robot, and I just love it. I love the first one. I love the second one. I won't read the third. It's too environmental for me. And then my older kids, I'm reading Caddie Woodlawn to them at bedtime, my 9 and 11-year-old. We're enjoying that as well. And Caddie Woodlawn, let's think spunkier. Laura Ingalls. They're in Wisconsin, Pioneer Days, and it talks about this girl who has been raised kind of like her brothers, tomboyish, because she had some health issues as a child, and so her father said, well, let me treat her like the boys and get her outside more and stuff and see if that helps make her more healthy, and it did. The other girls, mom is in charge of, the mother is in charge of, so they don't quite understand Caddie. She gets into a lot of scrapes. She's got a fiery, stereotypical redhead anger issue that she controls better than most redheads, it said in the last chapter. But very interesting. We enjoy it. I'm curious to, because it's been a long time since I read it, I'm curious to see how they treat the Native American thing, because there's been a lot of backlash against how Little House on the Prairie portrays it. Mind you, that the people who in those, they actually, like, Laura actually lived through that time period. And her mother actually lived in places that were very dangerous. So, take it with a grain of salt that they were people responding in fear to their life experiences, and that's what got put in the book. I'm interested to see how Carol Ryrie Brink puts that in, and why, if it's similar, because so far it's been pretty close, why this one's not getting backlash like Little Houses. So, yeah, so those are our family read louds. And then we're going to be starting Seven Alone, which is also called On to Oregon, which is based on a true story, but it's historical fiction of 7 kids who their family was on the way to Oregon along the Oregon Trail, and both parents die, I believe, of dysentery, and the children continue to go. And we've read it before many, many years ago, but my kids are all looking forward to starting that. So those are our family read louds. So that is what is going on in February. Let's see if I do better this month about staying on task. I will say, for my challenges, Dune is my size book for Read Your Bookshelf Challenge by Chantel Reads All Day, because, hello, it's huge. So I went for the opposite. My size is huge. Anne of Avonlea is my Year of Maud. And then I have several from my personal reading goals on my 40x40 and my Schole 5x5. So hopefully I can get those. I already did the Around the World YA Around the Globe by A book, which was the forgotten book, and I talk about in my January wrap up. Loved it. But that's all I have. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions or comments about the books I'm reading, please let me know. If you stuck around to the end, give me a little heart emoji at the thing just to help me out. I would appreciate it. Have a great day.